Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tosif. I'm gonna readjust mics. All right. Okay. Uh, Glad to be back with a new live stream. Waiting eagerly to see who tunes in. I see our friend Frank is already here. Frank, good to see you. Frank from Florida. Uh, Always wonderful to see you, Frank. Thank you for being here. And I'm hoping that more of our friends will be tuning in. If you are tuning in just now, please introduce yourself in the live chat. Ken is here from Appleton. Ken says, "Hello, Brother Tassif. God bless you." God bless you, Ken. God bless you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel. And, I think you are going to and I'm speaking to everyone who's watching. You are going to like very much today's topic. Okay, what does the title of the live stream say? What does it say? The Golden Dome. What is it, and what will it do? Um, the Golden Dome, and I'm hoping that most of you have some idea about this Golden Dome, or you have heard about the Golden Dome. And if you have not, that's okay. We're going to talk about it. But if you have heard about it, I want to get your thoughts, okay? And that's why I have a poll question here. What does it say? Do you support President Trump's proposal for creating the Golden Dome? I want to hear your thoughts, okay? Um you've heard about it, right? Who has not? Okay, let me ask you, who has heard about the Golden Dome? Let me know in the live chat, all right? And that's what we're going to talk about, unless you know everything about it and we don't need to talk about it. If that's the case, you can let me know as well. All right? Like Tosif, we know about the Golden Dome. We've heard about the Golden Dome. We know what it's going to do. And we have our thoughts, we have our opinions. There's nothing more to talk about. If that's the case, we can just skip and talk about something else. But I know you want to talk about the Golden Dome. Ken has a great question. Ken is asking, will this be able to cover the entire United States? Ken, great. What a great question. It is a great question. It's a very important question. Um, okay, so let's get started. Let's talk about this. All right. So President Trump was in the White House in the Oval Office, and Pete Hegseth was there too. And this was an announcement event in front of the media, in front of the whole world. President Trump talked about the future of America's defense system. All right, national defense. That's one of the core responsibilities of the federal government. I mean, the federal government, if you think about it, and we talk about this quite a bit, the federal government is too big. It does a lot of things. It has a massive footprint. Um, uh, in American life, and actually, the American federal government does a lot of things that it is not supposed to do. Okay, um, the responsibilities of the federal government are actually, I mean, that list is actually pretty short. But we have seen over the course of history how the federal government, you know, uh, uh, has all these projects and initiatives um, that basically imposes more rules and regulations on the life of the American people. Michael Brown, Michael Brown, so good to see Michael Brown. And let me pause and just ask Michael Brown. Michael Brown, where have you been? Where have you been, Michael Brown? It has been so long. That name has not popped up in the live chat in quite a while. That's our friend Michael Brown from Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's our friend Michael Brown from Melbourne. Melbourne, right? You're from Melbourne. Okay. Good to see you, Michael Brown. Thanks for being here. Okay. And I hope you can tune in for more of these live streams like you did before. Bree is here. Our friend from Michigan, Bree is here. Okay. Michael Brown, I'm very sorry to hear that you've not been well. Um if you want to share with me more, email me, Michael Brown. Give me 1 second. So, um you know my email address, Michael. Tossif@tossifanam.net. Email me if you want to share more. Um, I don't know if um, maybe you've had health challenges. I mean, whatever you want. You don't have to share everything, Michael Brown. But if you want to talk more, you can always email me if there's something you don't want to write in the live chat. But you know what? We're gonna pray for you. Um, we are we are going to pray for Michael Brown. So everyone, um, our community is strong. Our community is very important. Okay, each and every person who's part of this community, it's a family, and please pray for our friend Michael Brown. Okay, Michael's been going through some challenges, as I understand from Michael's comments in this live chat. So we're gonna pray for Michael Brown. We're gonna pray for his good health. Okay. So please keep Michael Brown in your prayers. And Michael, I want you to know that I want you to know that uh, we're going to be thinking about you, and you will be in our prayers. All right. We want you healthy and strong, and we want you to be a part of this community as you are and as you've been. And just keep tuning in for these live streams. Stay in touch with us. We want you to be healthy. So everyone, please pray for Michael Brown. Let's continue. Um, so this was an event in the White House. President Trump talked about the future of America's defense system, and as I was saying, national defense is one of the top priorities of the federal government. Okay. Now, we have seen over the course of history, as I was saying, that the federal government gets involved in lots of initiatives and projects that really it's not supposed to do. Okay. Uh, the federal government, through its programs and initiatives and grants and so on and so forth, tries to influence people's behavior in society. And that is, I'm not going into specific examples here because the list is so long. All right. I mean, all you got to do is look at Doge and the findings of Doge, Department of Government Efficiency. And Doge uncovered so many different things that the federal government has been spending money on for a very, very long time. I mean, things that it shouldn't be doing. So the federal government does this, does that, gives out this grant, gives out this. I mean, just look at USAID. USAID, what a mess, right? USAID. So the federal government has been, you know, growing and growing in size, absorbing more of taxpayer dollars and spending our money on so many things that we do not need. We want We want a small and efficient and limited federal government, not a big bloated bureaucracy. But the bureaucracy became so big that it's completely out of control. And President Trump's administration is trying to bring the bureaucracy under control. Okay, and it's a challenging task. Anyway, so national security, homeland security. I mean, these are actually things that the federal government should be focusing on. Okay, national security, homeland security. These are things. National security, homeland security, these are things that the federal government should be focusing on. And so when I heard President Trump talk about the future of America's defense system, it was basically, a message like he is focusing on the things that the federal government should be focusing on. Defense. Now, this Golden Dome, we're going to talk about it. Now, just to be clear, this is not the silver dome. This is not the bronze dome. Okay. This is the golden dome. All right. We love gold. President Trump loves gold. It's the Golden Dome. It's a beautiful name. And did you see that announcement? Let me just ask you. Did you see that announcement? It was President Trump, Pete Hegseth, and the team. There were others. Um, President Trump announced this new Golden Dome to counter growing ballistic missile threats. I love it. I love it. Uh, my friends, there are many threats, and we always have to be several steps ahead if we wish to protect our homeland. We have to think ahead, all right, if we wish to protect our homeland. And President Trump has always prioritized national defense and homeland security. And President Trump wants to do big and bold things. We know President Trump likes to make big statements, and not just statements. Yes, he does like to make big statements, but whatever statement he makes, he means it. He means every word he says. We know that. And he likes to fulfill the promises that he makes. So we know President Trump likes to do things that are not small changes here and there, small increments here and there, but really big and bold things, grand things, massive things, huge actions. And it's no surprise that President Trump came up with this proposal of having a golden dome to protect the United States of America. So, Ken, I believe it was you who asked just a short while ago, is this going to protect the entire United States? As I understand, the answer is yes. The answer is yes. Now, it's still very early to get into the details because we don't know the details. We don't have a lot of details. We understand an overview. We don't know the fine details. Okay. And I think a lot of details the people are not gonna know because it's a defense system. There will be a lot of confidential stuff. Not everyone's gonna know everything. Okay. And defense experts, military personnel, they may have a better understanding of this. Okay, I'm not an expert in defense. Um, so those who are experts in homeland security and national security and defense, they will probably have a better understanding of this. Those who have served in the military, those who have expertise, they may know a lot more than I do at this time. But I understand that it's a missile defense system, and reportedly, it's going to be a next generation game changer. It's going to be deployed to protect the United States from enemies. And yes, it will protect. So it will protect the United States, meaning all of the United States. All of the United States. So that's why the name Golden Dome. Gold. The reason why it's called golden, as I understand, this is just my analysis of this. Okay. The reason why it's called golden is because gold is a precious metal. Gold is precious. Now, it's not going to be a physical dome covering the US. It's not going to be like the sky will be covered and it'll be like a huge dome that we look at. No. It's not going to be a physical dome that you see, or like a ceiling, like a roof, like when you're at a stadium and there's like a dome shaped roof. No. This is going to be not a visible dome, but something invisible, but something very, very powerful. It's a form of protection that will protect the American people and American lives and American homeland. Okay. There are lots of questions about what this golden dome is going to be like. It's golden because it it it, it signifies how special this is going to be. That's why golden. And dome will be because it's going to be like a protective shield that's going to cover the United States. And my friends, people are not going to physically see it. You're not going to look at the sky and see a dome. Okay? But it'll be a highly technologically advanced missile defense shield that's going to cover the entire territory of the United States and maybe beyond. And maybe beyond. To make sure that the enemies cannot harm us with missiles. It's going to protect the American people from enemies. It's like you wake up, you go outside, you look at the sky and you feel safe. The Golden Dome, as I understand, will provide the safety that all Americans want and demand. Technology. Knowing that a highly specialized missile defense system is there and scanning the skies, providing the protection that makes American citizens feel safe. Really providing safety and protection and defense 24/7 throughout the year. America has adversaries. We know that. There are countries out there that are competing with us in trade. There are countries out there that are trying to weaken the United States economically. There are countries that are trying to boost their own military and intelligence capabilities to try to be more powerful than the US military and US intelligence. Something has to be done to ensure our safety and security. We are the greatest country in the world. Yes, we are. And if you agree with me, why don't you write it in the live chat? Why don't you just write it? My friends, go ahead and write it. The United States of America, the greatest. Go ahead and write it. Go ahead and write it, my friends. And I'm going to look at some of your comments here. Give me 1 second. I see a lot of new names. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. And also, my friends, please hit the like button. Bree is writing, USA is the greatest. Thank you, Bree. Thank you so much, Bree. Yes, USA the greatest. Hold on. I'm going to change something on the screen here. All right. Those who are here for the first time, my friends, make sure you subscribe and stay connected. This is a community that is growing stronger every day. Be a part of this. Okay. A viewer is writing, loving your channel as always. Thank you so much. Um, Ken is saying, I'm listening, Brother Tossif. I'm getting ready to go work at the food pantry today. Ken, thank you. Thank you, Ken, for listening. And Ken, whenever you need to go, please go ahead. Thanks for what you do, Ken. Ken works at a food pantry. So, Ken, thank you. We appreciate you serving the community. Ken, thank you. Ken is such a wonderful friend of our community. Bree and Frank. Um, Alabama is here. Wonderful. We love Alabama. We love Alabama. All right. Okay, I see some of the viewers don't agree with me. That's okay. As AMA is asking, "Hi sir, what's this channel about?" This channel is about social and political issues, both domestic and international. And if you are somebody who believes in freedom of speech, if you're somebody who believes in freedom of speech, okay, you want to exercise freedom of speech, be a part of this community. AMA is from South Africa. Well, wonderful. The South African leader was just in the United States. Saw that meeting between Mr. Ramaphosa. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Mr. Ramaphosa and President Trump. They had a meeting. So the South African president, President Ramaphosa, was in the United States meeting with President Trump. Um, so yeah, well, good to have a viewer from South Africa. All right. Okay. So all right. Okay, let's continue, my friends. So America has adversaries, as I mentioned. There are countries out there that are trying to compete with us in trade, countries that are trying to weaken the United States economically, countries that are trying to um, build stronger military and stronger intelligence than the US. But you know what? The United States of America is the greatest. And Donald J. Trump is going to make sure that we remain the greatest by far, the greatest and the strongest and the best, the United States of America. And so, my friends, different people will have different ideas. Different experts will come up with different proposals, and each proposal will have different price tags. There will be pros and cons of each defense system proposal. But the one that President Trump supports, one that our new Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth supports, one that his team worked on and is working on, that's the proposal for a golden dome. Golden Dome. By the way, I want to ask you one question. I'm going to pause. What are your thoughts about Pete Hegseth? Is Pete Hegseth doing a great job? is Pete Hegseth. What's your opinion? Pete Hegseth, the new defense secretary, is he doing a great job? If you think he's doing a great job, just write in the live chat, Pete Hegseth, awesome, or good job, Pete, or I support Pete. Pete Hegseth. Do you support Pete Hegseth? I think he's doing a great job. I support Pete Hegseth. Okay. Uh, Pete Hegseth, a member of President Trump's cabinet, he's doing a great job. Michael says, yes, he's doing a great job. You know, when we think about the name Pete, there's another person who comes to mind, and this was a different Pete. This was a very, very different Pete. Okay. And this was a Pete who was part of President, uh, the former president's cabinet, Joe Biden's cabinet. It was Pete Buttigieg. Remember Pete Buttigieg? So a very, very different Pete. That Pete Buttigieg, complete failure. And in simple terms, you can say the absolute worst transportation secretary in the history of the United States, Pete Buttigieg. So that was a failed Pete, a complete failure. Okay. One of the worst cabinet members in the history of American cabinet members. Uh, Pete Buttigieg was in Joe Biden's cabinet. So that's a very different Pete. But this Pete is awesome. Pete Hegseth, he's a real leader. He's a real leader. Very, very intelligent man. Okay. Very, very intelligent man. Um, Pete Hegseth. And that is why President Trump chose him. Okay. And he was confirmed by the United States Senate for this job. And it's been what? Just over 4 months into this new administration. And Pete Hegseth is doing awesome. By the way, okay. Bree is saying great job. Frank is saying Pete, and Frank supports Pete Hegseth. Michael Brown is saying yes, he's doing a great job. Anyone else who thinks Pete Hegseth is doing a great job? So Pete Buttigieg, thumbs down. Pete Hegseth, thumbs up. Right? Why don't you write that in the live chat? Say Pete Buttigieg, thumbs down. Pete Hegseth, thumbs up. Go ahead, write it. Go ahead and write it, my friends. Okay. A viewer named Mantis. Okay, we got a viewer here whose name is Mantis. Um, Mantis is saying, what do the two people remotely have anything to do with each other? Well, both were cabinet members. One of them is former cabinet member. One of them is a current cabinet member. So there's that common element. Yes, you can compare two cabinet members. Yes, you can compare two cabinet members. That's what I'm doing. All right. And they got the same first name, Pete. And I'm just comparing and showing the difference. I'm telling you, Pete Buttigieg, former cabinet member, absolute failure. Pete Hegseth, current cabinet member, doing a stellar job, really awesome. Okay? Doing great work for the American people. So that's why I'm comparing. Both cabinet members, both fairly young, okay? I mean, Pete Buttigieg is also, I mean, he's fairly young. Pete Hegseth is also fairly young. So, yes, we can compare them. All right? We can compare them. Anyway, so the Golden Dome defense system. This is something that President Trump supports. This is something that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and his team worked on and is working on. And give me one second. Yeah, I gotta look at the comment section, and I gotta look at I gotta look at the comment section, and I uh, and I see some folks who are not so friendly, some not so friendly folks. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, this is what happens when you see that America is becoming more prosperous than ever before. There are a lot of people out there who are unhappy as a result. There are a lot of people out there who don't want to see America strong, who don't want to see America successful. And they are the ones who are very, very unhappy. Okay? They're screaming and shouting. They're probably sitting in some room, some basement somewhere, you know, watching TV, seeing how President Trump is making America great again, greater than ever before. President Trump's awesome cabinet, they are doing great job. The Republicans in Washington doing great job. And those folks, they're unhappy. They don't want to see America successful. They don't like America's success. And they are the ones who are screaming and shouting, and they come here, tune in for the live stream, and all they can do is write nasty comments. That's what they do. That's all they can do. They don't know how to do anything productive in society. They don't know how to contribute to um, making a society more successful, more productive. All right, they are not contributing to the the GDP. They're just sitting somewhere, I don't know where, jealous of America's success. All right, jealous of America's prosperity, jealous of Donald Trump, and they're just like they're angry people, unhappy people, angry people. Okay, and they come here and they're like writing all these comments. Okay, doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me. Bree, thank you for your support, Bree. Bree from Michigan. Thank you, Bree. A viewer is writing, why don't you have your mega hat on? Why do you think I why do you think my hat is not there? Why? You want my hat? You want my hat? You want my hat? There you go. Wish granted. I got my hat on. All right. So, the Golden Dome, by the way, this is the greatest hat. This is the greatest hat. All right. If you, Caitlin is here. Hi, Caitlin. Caitlin says, good morning, Tassif. Blue is saying USA, USA, USA. All right. Bree saying MAGA. Great. MAGA brother. All right. Thank you all. So, my friends, the Golden Dome, this is going to be a multi-layer defense system, as I understand, as it's being reported, a multi-layer defense system. It's not just going to be a ground-based system. Okay. Give me 1 second here. Someone's saying, you're greedy. Why am I greedy? Why am I greedy? Why do you think I'm greedy? Michael Brown is saying, no, it's morning in Wisconsin, Michael. It's morning. It's a little past 7, 7:12. Someone's saying you're greedy. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy, but I want the United States to be successful. I want the United States to be strong. I want the United States to be the most prosperous country in the world. And so that's not greed, that's ambition. That's not greed, that's ambition. We are ambitious. Okay. We want to be the strongest. We are the strongest. We want to remain the strongest, stronger than ever before. That's not greed, that's ambition. Ambition is good. Caitlin, thank you for your support. Thank you for your support, Caitlin. All right. Okay. So let's continue. As I was saying, I've been reading the reports, and it seems like this is going to be a multi layer system. It's not just going to be a ground based defense system. Okay. This will be a system, and you're gonna love this. The next part that I tell you, I think you're gonna love it. By the way, if there's any defense expert here, let me know. Okay. Uh, if there's any defense expert, okay, if you have a lot of knowledge about defense systems and so on and so forth, if you have uh, lots of knowledge about, what this Golden Dome is going to be, what it's going to do, more details. If you know more details than I'm able to provide here, please feel free to share that in the live chat. All right. So you're going to love this part that I'm about to tell you. Reportedly, the Golden Dome will be a system that's going to be capable of intercepting missiles, even if those are launched from space. Wow. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Even if missiles are launched from space, the Golden Dome reportedly is going to be able to intercept those missiles. So this is really going to be, as I said, next generation. Next generation. Now, as I have said a number of times already, I'm going to repeat it. I'm not a defense expert. It's defense, national defense, um, military technology. This is not my area of expertise, but as someone who's reading more about this, and as someone who's learning more about this, I'm trying to understand the scale of the Golden Dome. And I am excited. I'm very, very excited. I'm very, very proud. I'm very, very thrilled. I'm very, very happy. And we have to be proud. We have to be proud. We are proud Americans. If you are a proud American, please write, I'm a proud American, in the live chat. Michael is asking, do they know how long it'll take to build? Now, Michael, great question. This is still in the very early stages, and it might take years. It might take years for the system to be built, and we don't know yet how much this is going to cost. So that's the major point, actually. That's the major question mark. We don't know how much this is going to cost. Okay. That is something that the experts and the lawmakers they're going to have to think about, and they have to try to figure out. There'll be so many entities involved in this, right? The executive branch, the legislative branch. There'll be private defense contractors, private companies, American companies. All right, they are going to be involved in this. Um, and it's going to be massive. It's going to be massive. How many entities will be involved in this? Of course, the executive branch, all right, that's proposing this, the Trump administration, and then the money has to come from the money has to be approved by lawmakers, right? Whatever the price tag. So there'll be questions and deliberations and lots of analysis and thinking about, all right, how much is this going to cost? um, and how are we going to pay for this? How long is it going to take? What will be I mean, is the funding going to be allocated all at once, or is it going to be a layered approach, step by step approach? We don't know. There are many questions. Okay. What private companies will be involved in making this Golden Dome a reality? Will there be one or multiple, or we don't know that. I mean, we have some great companies that specialize in defense products, right? So we have to wait and see. And when we are talking about a defense system being capable of intercepting missiles, even if those are launched from space, you're not talking about just defense technology on the ground. It's not just like about you know uh, what you see in conventional war, or a warlike situation where you've got guns and they are like tanks, and all the things that basically are operated on the surface of the earth. um, I mean, this is next generation. We're talking about space having the capability of providing protection and defense and safety from space. And so, yeah, we don't know how long it's going to take for the system to be built. We don't know how much it's going to cost. That's something that the lawmakers are going to have to uh, try to figure out. I do understand it's going to cost a lot of money. It is going to cost a lot of money. Now, I don't know, like, if you ask me, Toss, if you're saying a lot of money, okay, how much exactly? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a lot of money means. I mean, is it going to be billions? Is it going to be tens of billions? Is it going to be hundreds of billions? Is it going to be a trillion? I don't know. I do not know. But um, understand this, it is still in the very, very, very early stages. This is just a proposal at this time. And uh, we have to wait to find out. Now, also, just from my understanding, let me share this. Don't expect to find out everything about this, because once again, I think I mentioned this already. When you're talking about a defense system, a national defense system, the people are not going to know everything about it. I mean, because a lot of it is going to be very, very confidential, because it's about defense. It's about having a technology that can, you know, that can help us stay safe, that can help us defeat enemies. Okay. So it's not going to be like something where the government comes out and gives you each and every bit of detail. No. Then it defeats the purpose of having a defense system. Okay. Of course, we're going to have some idea about what it is going to be like. Okay. What the capabilities will be, but you're not going to know everything. All right. Um, all right. Okay, my friends, let's see. A lot of people are here for the first time, I believe. Gianna is here. Hi, Gianna. So good to see you. Who else is here? Gail, Gianna is here. Who else is here? Let's see. Do you love my hat, by the way? I know people have mixed reactions. Um, people out there who don't support America first, they don't like my hat. But if you support America first, you're gonna love my hat. I know that. Um, by the way, my friends, let me request you all to please like this video. If you're watching this, please hit the like button. Hit the like button, my friends. Like this video. Scott is saying made in China. No, it's made in the USA. I think I've shown this tag many, many times. There you go. It's made in the USA. All right. All right. If you support Trump, please write Trump 2025 in the live chat, my friends. Do it. Go ahead. Do it. Trump 2025. Yeah, Bree is saying lots of Trump derangement syndrome today, Tassif. Yeah, yeah. You know, actually, let me tell you how I see it. If you are looking at the live chat window, you're going to see a lot of nasty comments today. All right. People who are expressing their hatred towards me. You know why? Because I support President Trump, because I support the idea of making America great again, because I believe in America first. So a lot of people out there are coming and saying nasty things, writing all kinds of negative stuff. But you know what? I take that as a sign that we are on the right track. We are on the right track, and that's why uh, a lot of people out there who don't like America, they are feeling defeated. They are feeling like they have been defeated, and that's why they're expressing their frustration. Okay, by coming to this live chat and writing all kinds of comments, negative comments. All right. So, my friends, my freedom loving friends, understand this. All the Trump derangement syndrome that you see, it basically shows that America is on the right track, that President Trump and the Republicans in Washington and President Trump's allies all over the country and freedom loving people like us, we are on the right track. And that's why you see all that frustration, all that hatred. Okay. So do not feel sad that you see a lot of Trump derangement syndrome. Um, these are people who are just uh, who are feeling miserable because Trump is winning and we are winning. All right, we are winning. We are winning as a country. I mean, and when they hear about the Golden Dome, they don't like it. You know why? Because the Golden Dome will protect America. Oh, we got a viewer from Greenland. All right. Okay. We got a viewer from Greenland. Well, we can talk about Greenland, right? We can talk about Greenland. Wouldn't it be great if Greenland becomes a part of the United States of America? Wouldn't that be awesome? Who supports Greenland becoming a part of the US? Who supports Greenland becoming a part of the United States? Write it in the live chat. You know, let me tell you, Greenland is going to be so much better off. The people of Greenland will be so much better off if Greenland becomes a part of the US. And that's a fact. Yeah, Canada too. Canada too. Michael is saying their lives would improve dramatically. Absolutely. That is true. That is true. Um, Life in Greenland will improve significantly if Greenland becomes a part of the United States. Okay. Bree is saying toss of Flonase. My allergies are. Yeah, I got allergies too. You can tell. I got allergies too. Someone's saying reporting this. Report what? You know what? A lot of people have tried this. Report this, report that. Doesn't work. How about I block this individual who says reporting this? I block that person. Um yeah, I kind of saved that, I kind of helped that person save some energy. That person says, I'm reporting this. And I'm like, all right, you know what? Let me help you out. I'm gonna block you. So that'll make it easy. That's what I did. Um a viewer, oh, the Greenland viewer is saying no allergy in Greenland. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Oh, I'm reading these comments. Okay, so let's continue, my friends. This proposal for the Golden Dome, it is still in the very early stages. It might take years for the system to be built. The price tag, we're gonna have to wait to find out. Um, Here's what I think. We finally have a leader who seriously thinks about America's safety. And he's not just thinking about America's safety, he's taking steps, he's taking bold action to ensure America's safety and security. A leader who not only examines the past, but he thinks about the present and he looks at the future. President Trump is a man who's thinking about the children's future, the grandchildren's future, the great grandchildren's future. President Trump is thinking decades and decades into the future, and the actions that we take now will help determine our future. So I'm personally excited about this Golden Dome proposal, and there's going to have to be a lot of discussion on this going forward. There's going to have to be a very thorough cost benefit analysis of this proposed Golden Dome system. Michael is saying, keep speaking truth, brother. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate. This is Michael. This is not Michael Brown. We got Michael Brown, but we have another Michael. Is it Michael? Can I call you Michael K? Just so I want to make sure I'm not mispronouncing your last name. So I'll just say you Michael K. How about that? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Yeah, please subscribe if you have not done so already. Support this channel, subscribe, okay? All right. Lots of new viewers, huh? Lots of new viewers today. So I see some comments about Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. You know what? There's a lot of fear mongering going on. Okay, and the left is doing it. This is what the left does when they have nothing else to do. They just go out there and spread fear. They lie. They spread their left wing propaganda, and they say, "Oh, Trump's taking away this. Trump's taking away that. Trump's gonna cut this. Trump's gonna cut that." You know what? Don't listen to the left wing propaganda. Don't listen to the left wing propaganda. Okay, they're saying, "Oh, the sky is falling." No, the sky is not falling. Okay. Oh, Trump's going to take away this. Trump's going to take away that. Don't listen to all the BS. All right. You're going to get a lot of BS from people on the left. They have nothing productive to do. Okay. And they don't like the fact that they lost the November 2024 election. The people on the left, they don't like the fact that they lost the swing states. Yeah, they thought that Kamala is going to win Wisconsin, Kamala is going to win Michigan, Kamala is going to win Pennsylvania and Georgia. None of that happened. And now those people on the left, they are trying to prevent Trump from being successful. They are trying to prevent the Republicans from being successful. And look, we got the House majority. We got Speaker Mike Johnson. We got the Senate majority. 53 seats in the Senate. And all you have to do is look at Pennsylvania. Look at Pennsylvania. The Democrats thought that they got Pennsylvania under control. They're going to win Pennsylvania. Did they win Pennsylvania? The Democrats, they faced probably the biggest loss of 2024 in Pennsylvania. President Trump won Pennsylvania. And we got that Senate seat too. So that's why the Democrats now, they're like, "Oh, we didn't win back the House. We lost the Senate majority. We lost the White House." And that's why their only option now is to go and spread left-wing propaganda. And that's what they're doing. They're spreading left-wing propaganda. Oh, Trump's going to take away this. Oh, you're going to lose this benefit. You're going to lose that benefit. Oh, Trump's coming for your, this benefit. He's going to cut this. He's going to cut. Listen, all that we want, we the freedom-loving people, we want fiscal responsibility in Washington. We want to combat fraud, waste, and abuse. And we want to reduce the size of that bloated federal bureaucracy. We want prosperity. We want a small and efficient federal government. We want the federal government to stop experimenting with all kinds of woke stuff, woke projects, woke initiatives. We want the federal government to focus on things that it is supposed to focus on, such as national defense. All right. And we're finding out, thanks to Doge, we're finding out all kinds of crazy things that the federal government has been focusing on. You look at so many different woke stuff across federal government, I mean, look at Department of Education. Look at Department of Energy. So, and we can go on and on. The Department of Health and Human Services. All these departments and agencies, all their actions, everything needs to be reviewed, examined. All the woke stuff needs to be eliminated. No more woke stuff. Focus on the basic responsibilities. Make the federal government small and efficient, limited government. Very simple. That's all that the American people are asking for. And you see people on the left, and you see them right here in this live chat too. They don't like it. They're spreading their left-wing propaganda. They're just spreading their left-wing propaganda. Fear-mongering, spreading lies, fear-mongering. And the Democrats think that they can win in 2026. They are looking at 2026 as their golden opportunity to win back the Senate, to win back the House. The Democrats are going to fail. They're going to fail miserably. We are going to hold on to the Senate majority. The Democrats are not going to win. The Republicans will hold on to the Senate majority. The Republicans will hold on to the House majority. I'm hoping and praying. And 2022 to 2028 is still far away. But you know what? 2028 November, whoever's on the ballot, I can tell you, given the early success that we have under a Republican administration, I think 2028 is going to be a great year for us in terms of the election. Us meaning the Republicans, us meaning the freedom-loving people. So, my friends, please make sure that you subscribe if you have not done so already. Please make sure you subscribe. Thank you all, my friends. You got to subscribe. And that way, the next time I do a live stream, you'll get notifications and you can tune in. Yeah, turn on the notification button too. Okay. All right. We are 1 hour, 5 minutes into the live stream. By the way, let's do a quick exercise. If you support Trump, write Trump 2025 or I love Trump or America First in the live chat, and I'm gonna see how many Trump supporters we have here. Let's do it. Angel is writing America First. Pixie is saying I subscribed and liked. Nice meeting you and you all. Thank you, Pixie. Who else? Let's see. USA is saying I love Trump. Uh, is it Wotan is saying America first. Bree is saying Trump 2025. USA is saying I love Trump. Marco is saying Trump 2025. USA is saying I subscribe. Is it Hero is saying America first. Missouri Rob is saying America first. Michael Brown is saying Trump 2025. That's our friend Michael Brown from Australia. We love having Michael Brown. Thank you. Well, thank you once again, Michael Brown. It was so great having you here today. Um, oh, so many others are saying uh, America first. SES is saying Trump, MAGA, and Doge. Thank you. Tom is saying Dems in panic mode. Yeah, the Dems are in panic mode. They're losing. Thank you all. Thank you so very much, my friends. It's so great to see all of you. I'm gonna wrap up this live stream here very soon. Uh, but before that, um, let's see. Cindy is saying there's a reason the majority of U.S. vets are with Trump. Exactly. What a great point. American veterans, overwhelmingly, they support President Donald Trump because Donald Trump cares about the veterans. The Republicans care about the veterans. Okay. And so, yes, thank you, Cindy, for mentioning that. There's a reason why the veterans are with Trump. Absolutely. Pixie is from New Zealand. That is wonderful. So we got Australia and New Zealand represented here. By the way, both are great allies of the United States. Okay. Both Australia and New Zealand. So we got Pixie from New Zealand. Um, we got Michael Brown from Australia. And you know what? Now I feel like we can talk about cricket. Cricket playing nations, Australia and New Zealand. Um, yeah, we should like I don't know how many of you follow cricket. I don't watch cricket anymore, to be honest with you. Um, life is so busy. There's no time. I mean, I got work, and then I have my writing projects, then I have my live streams. So I don't get time to watch cricket, but yeah. How about a test match between Australia and New Zealand? Wouldn't that be awesome? A test match, a multi-day test match. How about that? Jonathan is saying, "Make America great again." Thank you, Jonathan. By the way, my friends, for those who are here for the first time, um, please visit my website. All right, okay. Visit my website, tossifanam.net. If you want to know more about me, if you want to read my bio, um, go ahead, take a look at my website. All right, I would appreciate that. Oh, I'm reading the comments. That's why the silence. If you're thinking like, why is Tossif silent? What is he doing? I'm reading all the comments. Okay. Um Bree is saying, Tosif, what's for dinner? I love your cooking shorts. Bree, I haven't decided yet what's for dinner. It's Friday night. It's gonna be I don't know. I'll have something nice, hopefully. Um, yeah. Thank you, Bree, for watching my cooking shorts. Michael is saying subscriber only mode. Michael, I might do that next time. I'm gonna wrap up this live stream here very soon, so no point in changing the mode to subscriber only. By the way, um, oh, Bree is saying I'm having chicken curry and rice. You can never go wrong with chicken curry and rice. It's the best choice, and some veggies on the side, maybe some salads. If nothing else, maybe a few slices of cucumbers, few slices of tomatoes, maybe a little bit of lime or lemon juice. Uh, Perfect dinner. Perfect dinner, Brie. By the way, yeah, I can put this in subscriber only mode, but opening this up actually shows you the Trump derangement syndrome that exists, okay? And the people who are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. Uh, the only reason you get to see that is because I've kept the chat open rather than putting it in subscriber only mode. So yeah. Uh, all right. Okay, my friends, thank you so very much for watching this video. Um, Lots of questions about the Golden Dome. Let's wait and find out more. I think it's going to be really, really great. Oh, Phoenix is here. Phoenix, good to see you. Uh, I think it's going to be great. We just have to find out more. Okay, still in the initial stages, still a proposal. Uh, there'll be lots of opportunities to talk about the Golden Dome in the future. If you have any thoughts, you can always share those with me. Go to my website, tossifanam.net, send me a message. You can also email me at tossif@tossifanam.net. Hold on. Let me give you my email address again, tossif@tossifanam.net. You can email me um, and just share with me your thoughts, all right? Golden Dome, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Thank you so very much, my friends. May God bless you all. May God bless President Donald J. Trump. May God bless the Trump administration. May God bless our Republican leaders. May God bless the United States of America. May God bless our U.S. allies. And may God bless freedom loving people all over the world. Thank you so very much, my friends. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. And I'm going to be back again with more videos and more live streams. So please, please, please subscribe and stay connected. Subscribe and stay connected. And you can replay my previous live streams. You can watch my podcast episodes, the video versions. And please share with me your thoughts. Leave comments if you're watching my videos. Leave comments, share your thoughts. Thank you so very much. My friends, together, we will make America great again. Thank you so very much, my friends. America first. And I'll be back again very soon. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.